Ladies and gentlemen, it's a mistake. It's a mistake for Terence Crawford to bulk up to fight Canelo Alvarez, to move up 2 divisions up and fight the king, Canelo Alvarez. But I like the new photo of Terence Crawford. His recent photo was Shakur Stevenson. And I don't see him as bulked up. I don't see him looking like a Terminator. I'm seeing him looking like probably his team got together to reevaluate him bulking up and say, you know what? Nah, Terence Crawford, if you want a chance, not just to survive, but a chance to beat Canelo Alvarez, you have to be you. Just like Oleksandr Usyk was himself to face muscle machines like Anthony Joshua, big, tall enigma in the heavyweight division like Tyson Fury. Now, let me quickly give you an example of what I'm talking about. See, when Oleksandr Usyk fought Anthony Joshua, right? He weighed in at 221. Joshua was 244, giving up 20 pounds, over 20 pounds, almost 25 pounds, right? Oleksandr Usyk didn't chase Anthony Joshua in terms of trying to bulk up. Oh man, I'm gonna fight this heavyweight. His power is gonna be more than me. His weight, he could overwhelm me with his weight, his height, you know, his power. No, I'm gonna be. I gotta be the most comfortable fighter I could be. I gotta be comfortable under my own skin. I'm not gonna beat him off power. I gotta beat him off speed. I gotta beat him off movement. I gotta beat him off adjustments. I gotta beat him off IQ. Right? So Oleksandr Usyk didn't have to bulk up to be successful. Now look at this one. Look at when he fought Tyson Fury. He kept the same energy, he kept the same mindset, and it still got him to become an undisputed heavyweight champion. See, with Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk weighed 223. Fury was 262. Giving 40 pounds. But Oleksandr Usyk didn't say, you know what, man, I was 221 with Anthony Joshua. At least I gotta be like 240. Let me gain 20 pounds of muscle, 15 pounds of muscle. No, I'm gonna stay within my comfort. I'm gonna stay within myself. I'm gonna stay within my strength. I'm not gonna give up the only thing I have. I'm not gonna give up my speed. If I give up my speed, my movement, my footwork, right? My reflexes, my punching output and anything else, I'm gonna lose to Tyson Fury. I can't beat the big man trying to become a big man when I'm not a big man. The same thing with Terence Crawford. So when I first seen Terence Crawford bulking up, I feel that was a big mistake. I already knew, because I already know from info that I know, that he's doing something that Victor Conte wants him to do. But it's not going to work. If you want to be successful, you got to be you. You got to be who you are, Terence Crawford. Have your speed, ignite your speed, ignite the footwork. You know what I'm saying? Because he got good footwork, right? Work on the lateral movement, work on setting some traps, and also do something that a lot of people haven't done to Canelo Alvarez, right? A lot of people always say that Canelo Alvarez has a chin. We already know that Canelo Alvarez is one of the greatest chins in the history of the sport of boxing, right? If you can't phase him going to the head, how many people go to the body with Canelo Alvarez? So stay within yourself, be natural to yourself, and go to the body. Oleksandr Usyk didn't chase and try to bulk up and be strong and get cut up and bulk up to face Anthony Joshua. Because in all reality, Oleksandr Usyk is older. He's not going to be more powerful than Anthony Joshua. He's not going to be more powerful than Tyson Fury, who are pure heavyweights, hybrid heavyweights. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to stay agile. I'm going to stay with great footwork, great athleticism, and my speed. I don't need to match my power, because in the end of the day, how many times have we heard that speed kills? Power could kill, but speed kills. In the sport of boxing, we always say that you don't knock out somebody with just power. You knock them out with the punch that they don't see. Thus, Terence Crawford and his team probably reevaluated him bulking up, using probably Victor Conte's regiment, you know, the snack regimen, you know, trying to, like they did with Demis Andre, bulk up, stay strong, spar at 195 pounds, 196 and stuff like that. Then we cut a drastic cut to have a drastic rehydration, almost like Devin Haney. But you know what? It shouldn't work for Terence Bud Crawford. Because what Terence Bud Crawford does need, going up 2 division up, as we all know, he's not going to match the power of Canelo Alvarez. So why bother? But also, why bulk up and give up what you do have an advantage of? Speed, footwork, athleticism. Why would you give that up? At the end of the day, it's a dangerous sport. Like, it's all about advantages here. Why would you give up something that you already have an advantage of? It's almost when we play, like when we talking about basketball, right? And you see a big man, right? He gets the ball up top, right? You pass him the ball on the post, and he brings that ball down. The coach hates when a big man does that, because he'll tell you, keep the ball up, play your size. Don't play to the height of your opponent. You're already up there. Why are you bringing the ball down? Just like in boxing, if you have the speed advantage, why are you going to bulk up to lose speed, knowing that that's the first thing that goes? How many times we hear in the sport of boxing that speed is the first thing, speed and reflex is the first thing that go, but power is the last thing that goes. Terence Bud Crawford is not going to match the power of Canelo Alvarez, but he could have an advantage with speed. So instead of Bud Crawford going out there, walking around at 186, almost 190 pounds, sparring out there, working out, and then make a drastic cut to 168 to eventually make a rehydration to match Canelo Alvarez. See, that's what was the issue with Demis Andre and David Benavidez. What Victor Conte wanted was for Demis Andre to rehydrate all the way to now 196. Why? If footwork and athleticism and being agile and lateral movement is what makes him the fighter that he is. And that's what's going to make the fighter of Terence Bud Crawford to be successful, if he wants to be successful, versus Canelo Alvarez. It's footwork. It's having lateral movement. And you need that. Setting up some traps. You know, fighting off the back foot. You're going to need that. So when I see this picture with Terence Bud Crawford next to Shakur Stevenson, Shakur Stevenson is significantly smaller. You already know Shakur Stevenson is 135 pounds, but of course he's not walking around in that. He's probably walking around maybe in 150, 55, or even less than that, right? 150. If he stays in the gym, and you already know that Shakur Stevenson is a gym rat, he always stays in the gym. I like the way that Bud Crawford looks here. I think his team has reevaluated the situation and say, you know what? Now, I'm saying this is my opinion. I'd rather have Terence Bud Crawford weigh in on that Friday, weigh in at 165 pounds, and do not rehydrate more than 10, 11, 9 pounds, around there. Do not weigh more than that. Stay within that 170, that 73, 74, 75, maybe 76. Don't rehydrate to 15, 16, almost 20 pounds. Because I do believe that that's what probably Victor Conte and the snack program and protocols entails for him to rehydrate, to match the rehydration of Canelo Alvarez, so they could be the same type of size and same type of weight when they do fight each other. But at the end of the day, I believe that is going to do a disservice to Terence Bud Crawford.